yoga. Messy hair, I don't care, because we're going to do about a 15-20 minute vinyasa flow. Do the variations, modifications that suit you best. Listen to your body. I'm going to give you some cues, probably more than you need. Listen to that. Let's take a moment to sit down and get comfortable. Shake out those legs, shake out the feet, maybe take off your shoes, relax your feet. Deep breath in. And then let it out through the mouth. Let it go through the arms, bring them down. Inhale, reach back up, begin to get a flow with the in-breath. And then that release with the out-breath. We'll do this 3 more breaths. You're welcome to invite some music in. Pause this and get your playlist out. And then open up those feet so that they're hip width distance or a little bit wider. We want to be able to drop the knees without any altercation, any touching of the other leg. Just opening up through the hips. Begin to lengthen and stretch through the thigh and side. Round into the low back. So as you go back, round. And as you come forward, stretch up. Begin to make this your own movement. Each of our bodies are different. So we want to find that movement pattern that helps to open up where we feel a little tight, a little clenched or cling wrapped like. We'll take the knees over to the left side one more time. And then let's see what we're squatting with. So come into your squat, bring your hands down and get a nice massage through the soles of the feet. Open up the toes. Begin to lighten up through the pelvis. And not everyone is equipped to do this. So find, again, your variation. I like blocks under those hips and just opening up around the floor. But we're not here too long because we're about to flip it up. Let's lift and stay like a rag doll, so nice and loose. The strength of the hanging comes from your low belly. Right below the belly button is a cute little name called the navel. We want to lift that up so the low back, it's a nice little stretch. We can shrug the shoulders wide and open. Feel some length go down the back of the neck as we hang the head loose. Just no effort here, just Feel like almost a puppet here, loosen the jaw, open. Relax the tongue. Try. Smooth out around the eyebrows, all this wasted energy to hold the face in a certain way. And then walk the feet in so that you're now working with hip width distance apart. And hip width distance in easy ways, 2 fists side by side, aligning into the big toe part of the feet. Talking about the other side, we want to even out, rooting down and back and front. We're going to root as well. Keep the knees parallel, scoop the tailbone under, begin to inhale, come up. Exhale, let the navel lift right below the belly button as we come down and hang. So not straight, not getting serious. We're just lifting a little bit of strength. Open up through the back body. Exhale, and then let ourselves go. Just let yourself go right down to the neck, the head. Inhale, root. Feel strong through the feet. Scoop the tail, climb, chair pose. Open up to the chest. Exhale, begin to fall or fold forward. Again, scoop the tailbone under, deep breath in, reach up. Maybe take a little bit of a back bend to open up through the ribs, the chest. Exhale. One more time, breathe up into chair. Exhale, come to stand. Hands by the sides of the body. Let's shake it all out. And then begin to move and groove. Inhale, scoop the tailbone under. Palms together. Exhale, roll through the spine and bow. Bow to your magnificence. Inhale, lift up. Press the thighs back, hands to those thighs. So it's a half lift. Belly is nice and long and strong here. Exhale, that navel supports us as we hang back down. Slide the right foot back, that left knee and ankle to align, and then bend into that right knee a little bit to adjust the pelvis, hips forward. Keep thighs hugging in. Inhale, stretch the arms out. Trace the fingertips back a little bit. Exhale, reach the hands down and step that left foot back. Downward facing dog. So let this be a nice walking dog, knees bent kind of dog. Shift and stretch. Make it a good groove, a good move for the dog. And then depending on how fiery or earthy we are feeling, we can step, right, or hop with lightness the feet to the front of the mat. Get them hip-width distance apart. Scoop the tailbone under, return to chair pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, come back up into mountain. Inhale, scoop the tailbone under. Keep the breath and movement connected as we exhale, bow. Inhale, half lift. Hands can go to thighs or as we're warming up, maybe down at the shins. Exhale, soft over those legs. Take the left foot back this time. Soft bend into that left knee. Tailbone scoops under and we stretch long. We reach up. Exhale, take it back down. Step back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and then exhale, lift the hips high. Scoop the tailbone under. Wave the spine forward and find yourself in plank pose. Lift up a little bit higher. Right? Try to stretch the shoulder blades apart. Use the belly, the thighs to lift up. Scoop and keep that tailbone drawn under. Another breath in. Exhale, elbows bend in. Keep the back body wide. I know I'm keeping you here, but it's a good pose. This determines the back body width. This determines how low you can go. So the moment you feel like you're caving in, you want to pull forward and adjust into your up dog, right? So Chaturanga, elbows come parallel, pull the tips of them back, lower down as far as you can, and then pull forward. Let the tops of the toes go. Let the toes be part of the stretch. Lengthen back, elbows soft bend in, open up through the chest. Let the heart lift. Let the center of the head, the crown of the head lift. Let the center of the eyebrows, that third eye, just open up with light. One more breath in, pull those palms. Exhale, scoop the tailbone under. Find your way back into downward facing dog. Now, downward dog is going to have a bit of a different stance than the other two poses we did. So walk the feet and walk the hands back. Yes, that's a natural response. So take another deep breath in here, shoulders wide, relax the neck. And then step or hop the feet back to the front of the mat. But use the belly, whatever you do, to control what's going on. Scoop tailbone, chair pose, deep breath in. Exhale, begin to fold back down. Inhale, lift up halfway, elbows in. Exhale, let yourself go. Float the right, then left foot back. Keep your plank pose even as you lower those elbows in through Chaturanga. Inhale, hip bones in, scoop the tailbone. Stretch back through the toes, crown lifted. Exhale, roll and release back into downward facing dog. Inhale into the whole depth of the torso. Exhale, soft bend of the knees. Let's bring our right heel sits bone aligned, and then inhale, take that right leg up. Square the hips, so hug them in, and lift, lengthen back. Another breath into the body, relax the neck, and then exhale, scoop tailbone slowly. Slow down, slowly round, slowly round. Bring the knee in. Now we can just keep it here, or we can begin to bring it underneath that left arm, and then take it back. So just hugging in, keep the hips square. Right, almost like we're going into a pigeon, right? And then not. Press in, almost like we're stretching that leg forward, and maybe not. And then one more time, just see where it can go. And then pull it in. Let's step it back. Actually bring our left heel down and float up into warrior two. Take that right thigh, spiral it open as you pull back, anchor into the left arm. So you don't want to be leaning forward. You don't want that slant, that fancy italicized slant. You want to be nice and straight. Now the back leg is rotated in, and don't worry about aligning heel with your mat. None of that bogus stuff. You're going to root the heel down, and the more you turn the toes in, the more you're going to find that openness in your warrior two here, this rotation outward. Now we are never going to get the hips square, so don't worry about that because your legs are doing two different things. But just find an even balance, nothing so crazy and tipped, and then lighten up, look over. Beautiful. Let's inhale, float the arms up, and then exhale as if we're cartwheeling down. Let's lighten those hips, step back, and then come down through Chaturanga. Inhale, let's reach up, and then exhale, roll back. Stretch and lengthen through the spine. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, bend the knees. Bring that left heel to sits bone. Inhale, take it up high. And then exhale, remember we're slow. As we came in, we scoop the tailbone. Shoulders wide. And then we can keep it here, this is good too. Or we can begin to draw it over to the other side, but try to keep those hips square. And then pull it back. Yeah. And then drag it over to the other side. Keep lifting into the shoulders, into the neck, don't let the head go. And then bring it back. And then maybe one more time where you even play a little stretchy, and then come back. Let's go ahead and bring that foot forward, and then bring your back heel down, swiping back into warrior two. The front knee, we're rotating from the thigh open, so it aligns over the second toe in. And then the back foot, like I said, play with that rotation inward of the foot. The heel presses back to get your front leg aligned. And then don't fall into the leaning forward. Find that lengthening through the sides of the body. Don't overdo what you're trying to force in the hips. Just get them nice and comfortable. Flip the palms open as you stretch them out. Now, another thing we tend to do is this, too much of this. So in fact, I'd rather see a little bit more of this as we work into that alignment. We're not overdoing here. Might be stretching, but let's find that sense of evenness. Stretch through the fingertips. Let's inhale, take it up. And then exhale, do that little mock cartwheel to come back down. Stepping back, elbows in, keep the back body open, Chaturanga, into upward facing dog. Exhale, roll it back, take downward facing dog. Soft bend, step or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Chair pose, deep breath in. Exhale, let's do this with a little bit more of a pace. Fall down. Inhale, let's lift up. Exhale, let it go. Step or hop, leading with the left foot back, Chaturanga. Into up dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Shoulders wide, bend the knees, right heel to sits bone. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, round the spine to step it forward. Soft bend into that left knee, but we're going up. Press back into warrior one. Deep breath in here. Exhale, pull those hips back, square them, so nice and even, parallel, as we extend and find that diagonal. So we don't want to go down too far or be up too high. We want that back heel to root, and we stretch. Yeah, we're just stuck here in time. But as we're here, relax the shoulders, lift up a little bit more, lengthen, hug in, bend in, begin to rock up, begin to open up. Exhale, let's take it down. Step back, Chaturanga. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll back. Bend those knees, left heel to sits bone. Extend and lift the leg up high. Let's round and step it forward. Soft bend into that back knee and come on up. Hug the thighs in, shoulders wide. Nice. See what we can do? And then root back through the heel. Fingers interlaced except for the pointers, and extend forward, not down too much or up too high. Make sure you're not also cattywampus, like a little warp to the side. So we hug in, we pull the hip bones back. Check the shoulders, a lot going on. And lighten up the load that's going on in the leg in front. Lift. Then scoop the tailbone under. Come back into your warrior one. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's roll back through. Step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back. Bend those knees, step the right foot forward, left heel down. Right foot forward, left heel down. Swing that left hand back, right arm forward. Warrior two. Inhale, take that sun warrior up. Exhale. Come back through Vinyasa, your own way. Or, this traditional Chaturanga. Urdhva, upward facing dog, and Ardha, downward facing dog. Soft bend of the knees, left heel to sits bone. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, round and step it forward. Right heel down, swing that right arm back. Safe way for the shoulders, the arms to move. Stretch out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let's cartwheel back down. Beautiful, find your own way. Into child pose. Begin to let yourself go. slow roll up. Come back to our seat. The arms and reach them out and give yourself a hug. Draw the chin down and just take rolls of the upper back. Let's take it forward to the side, lengthen back up. And then shake out the arms and give yourself a hug, the opposite arm on top. It'll feel awkward. Forgot which arm it was. It's the unfamiliar on top arm. And reverse direction. That was nice, that little bit of a rounding to get a stretch right in the upper back. So let's find that in the low back, the hips and buttocks. So lengthen into the pelvis as you tip yourself forward and find that stretch. Just like when we circled the arms and found it through the shoulders. See if you can find your stretch down below here. And then slowly roll back up. Shake those legs out and get the opposite leg in front. You're gonna waddle your sits bones. Love the name, it's so easy. Right? We sit on them, sits bones. So roll into that low back. See if the pelvis can tilt you forward and it's whole. And then begin to find where that stretch is. I'm guessing over here on this leg, it's a little bit more to experiment with. This is the tighter of the two, yes? Listening, taking time to listen to the body is a great way to take care of yourself. And come back, roll up to the spine. Take a moment to place a hand on your heart and one on your low belly, sitting up nice and tall, taking a breath, the span that goes from the lowest of the pinky to the top of the thumb. In and out. Take a moment to see if you can focus inward to your pineal gland, a little bit back from the center brow here in the midbrain. Imagining an ember or spark, light. And then with hands together, take a moment to bow to that light, bow to your wisdom and your beauty. It's an honor to be here doing what I'm doing, and thank you for tuning in and taking care of you. By doing this, we make the world a little bit better, don't we? Namaste. I'd love to your day. Take care.